対一遇のビジネスチャンス、お一ついかがっすか？このインコたちはあたいの相棒なの。一緒にいてもいいよね。この子たちはビスケットさえありゃ食え気もいとわないんだ。それにあんたなら絶対あたいたちを守ってくれる。だよね、旦那。
What's up, everyone? We got some really big news today, and that we're going to get HOMA following our Hasna banner. She's going to be our next big unit. It's going to join the game. It's really exciting because, as we all know, she is a tier 0 character in the meta. And so I'm going to go over some quick highlights on her unique abilities, and kind of just generally talk about her. And then that's it. I'm not going to get too into it until I test her and have a look at her myself, and then I'll post a video on what I think you should do with her and how you should build her. With that said, let's get right into it. Now, first and foremost, HOMA is going to be a breaker. Not only is she going to be a breaker, she's going to be our first breaker with a bow. Really big, really cool. I am glad to see some different diversity in that way. Past that, she's going to have several unique abilities. First of which is going to be her trait, Best Partner. HOMA ignores block, and she gets a physical attack increase of 20% at 5 stars. When she is healthy, she also gets movement increased by 1. Now, after HOMA or her bird Balor, whoever he's on, issues a single target attack, a Balor will come and attack again for 40% of HOMA's physical attack damage, instilling 2 random buffs and 1 energy for HOMA. Once again, that's at 5 stars, but that is a very, very powerful trait. Now, what makes it so powerful is the ability that HOMA has, and we're going to go over next, and that is hovering support. This is an instant. HOMA makes Balor stay on the target, granting them move up 2, jump up, both gain attack up 2. That's HOMA and the target. During this time, when Balor is called to attack or heal, the corresponding skill is increased by 1.5 times, lasting for 2 turns. Really, really powerful buff there. Now that's going to bring us into our next ability, and this one also is really powerful, and that is Tacit Choice. And so with Tacit Choice, you have 2 options. You got Bureau Attack, which calls Shaheen to deal 80% damage to a single target and inflict blind, and physical defense down 3, lasts for 2 rounds. It also calls Balor to deal 40% damage to all enemies within 2 tiles of Balor, with a 50% chance to inflict blind for 1 turn. Really good, powerful ability there on that one. And then the other one is Cool Breeze, which is a healing ability. This skill calls Gully to heal the target for 70% of the caster's physical attack, dispelling any no healing received debuff. Before healing, it calls Balor to heal all allies within 2 tiles of Balor for 40% physical attack, then dispels 2 buffs. Now, for HOMA to have these abilities alone is really good, but for them to proc again off of whoever has the buff of her bird, Balor, that's pretty bonkers. And so she's basically casting it twice in 2 different areas in a given time. Really, really powerful. And that's kind of how her kit works with her other ability, her quote-unquote final ability too, which we'll get into later. Anyways, let's move on to the next ability. And that is Harmony, her passive. So at the end of the turn, if she commits basic attack or skill, she heals all allies within 2 tiles of the character for 20% of her physical attack, and it dispels 1 debuff. So anytime HOMA uses a skill, ability, or basic attack, boom, 20% heal to anyone near her. It's really, really nice. It's a fantastic passive. Now, following that ability, the next ability that we're looking at is going to be Evasive Mirage. So, before being hit by an enemy, back or side, with a melee attack, HOMA calls Shaheen to inflict blind on the attacker for 1 turn, for up to 1 time per round. After a dodge, HOMA performs a strike back, dealing 70% physical damage and retreats by 2 tiles. So really, really good. She's blinding the opponent, and if she just happens to dodge, then she retreats back by 2 tiles while initiating a strike back. Super duper solid. Now after that, we're going to have a look at her basic attack next, which is Tangling Flying Knives, which is a single target attack that does 100% physical damage. After attacking, the character can move again, with the distance being the remaining movement plus 1. That's pretty great. So if she has 5 movement tiles for whatever reason, and she moves 2 to hit somebody, and she has 3 left over, then you get to move 4 total tiles left over. Or if you spend all your movement to get to someone and hit them, you're going to get to move 1 period dot. Now for the next ability and the final one I'm going to cover under HOMA, and forgive me for the mistranslation, this is the best one I can get. It's actually called Hasalam Carnival. But anyways, it's a support ability, and it grants noisy, not raucous, to the target and to the ally where Convallaria is stationed. And it deals 60% physical damage to all allies within 2 tiles. Additionally, it inflicts no active skill and no passive skill debuffs on the enemies in the area. All effects last for 2 turns. After the skill is used, Balor remains stationed on the target for 2 turns. Really, really good ability. Not only that, let's have a look at Noisy. Noisy basically is a buff where the target gets dodge for 1 turn. Now, that dodge is only a single attack, so if somebody hits you with a multi-attack, it's obviously not going to dodge. However, that does remain for the whole turn. So any and all opponents that come and attack them, they're dodging. It is pretty great, pretty phenomenal in my opinion for that reason. So that's my quick preview of HOMA. That's what she's doing, that's what she's bringing to the game. She's got some really cool and fun abilities I can't wait to look at, utilize, and experiment with. But that's all I really got on it. If you don't mind, drop me a like or subscribe if you made it this far. If you enjoyed the video, throw it down in the comments. Let me know what you think. If you don't like HOMA, you don't want her, you plan on pulling her, all of it. I want your feedback. Just let me know what you think, what you feel. Tell me all about it. I'll definitely get back at you. I've been doing my best to respond to everybody. Regardless of that, hope you're having a good time in sort of Convallaria. Hope everything is amazing. Wish you the best of luck. Thanks for watching. Till next time, see ya later. Bye.